Hey gamers, welcome back to Action Game Station channel, and today we're diving into new and upcoming third-person indie action games in this 2026. From fast-paced combat to jaw-dropping worlds, these indie gems are about to shake up the gaming scene. But before we go into the list, I want to tell you something. If you're trying to grab new games without absolutely destroying your wallet, I've got a great recommendation for you, and that's Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an awesome site for grabbing games at great prices. Not only they always have fantastic discounts, but also they running giveaways you won't want to miss. Seriously, these deals are hard to beat. Where else are you gonna find prices this good? Why pay full price when you can grab the same game for way less, right? Yeah, you can shop for games on all kinds of platforms, like PC, PS5, Xbox, and the Nintendo Switch. There are also numerous convenient products to enhance your gaming experience, such as subscriptions, gift cards, and many more. No worries, it's 100% legit, fast, and super easy to use, and their support team is available 24/7. So what are you waiting for? Go check out your favorite games by using the link in the description below and start saving your cash with Instant Gaming. And by using my link, you're not just getting awesome deals, but also supporting this channel. Alright then, let's get back into the list. Lirai, Heir of Darkness is a third-person action RPG set in a post-apocalyptic world where the mortal and immortal realms have merged. You play as Brian, an exiled elite warrior fighting through zombie-filled streets using a powerful fantasy sword and demonic abilities. The heart of this game is melee combat. Yes, there are guns, but trust me, the sword is the real star here. It turns into this fast-paced hack-and-slash dance where timing and positioning matter. It's straightforward to learn, but it has that stylish action vibe that makes you want to keep pushing forward just to see the next combo animation. With continued updates and optimization, this could shape into a solid action RPG experience for players who enjoy stylish sword-focused gameplay in a dark modern setting.
Everything you may need in your precious life.
The Legend of Baboo is an adventure RPG where you follow the story of a young boy, Heir, and his giant fluffy dog, Baboo, facing a world full of magic and demons. The bond between the two isn't just for show, you'll see it in how they tackle challenges, climb, ride, and protect each other through every encounter. What stands out is how much the game lets you shape the experience. Both Baboo and Heir have offensive and defensive skills, and bosses give you unique upgrades that let you build the duo the way you want. Baboo isn't just a partner in combat, he does tricks, can be decked out in different outfits, and carries a lot of personality that makes every encounter feel dynamic. Definitely a game to wishlist on Steam and keep an eye on for 2026. Anima Song from the Abyss is shaping up to be an action RPG that really grabs attention. Set in the world of Gaia from the Anima Beyond Fantasy universe, the game promises a story that responds to your choices, changing the paths of different characters and giving players real impact on how the narrative unfolds. Gameplay is fast and fluid, with hack-and-slash combat that keeps you moving and engaging large, memorable boss battles. Exploration is a big part of the experience too, with an open-world feel that mixes in platforming segments like Genshin Impact. And switching between two characters adds a tactical layer, letting you adapt to combat and traversal challenges depending on each character's abilities. Luminous Nights is an indie action RPG inspired by Kingdom Hearts and the tales of 1001 Arabian Nights. In this game, you play as Faris, a young boy transported from a modern city to the mystical Noor city, shrouded in darkness under the evil masked king. You'll explore vibrant markets, hidden alleys, rooftops, underground tunnels, and grand palaces, blending cultural motifs with emotional tales of friendship, loss, and redemption. Combat mirrors Kingdom Hearts with real-time action, lock-on targeting, aerial combos, form switching, weapon variety, and dynamic I like reactive health bars. It includes 3D platforming challenges, Trinity-style puzzles, chests, crafting, boss fights, side quests, and an arena mode. Fading Echo immediately gives off a stylish vibe that feels different from most action games out there. Just from the trailer, you can already tell this isn't your typical adventure game. You play as a character who can control water and other liquid forms for exploration, traversal, and most likely combat as well. It's fluid in every sense of the word, both literally and in how it plays. Kind of like Avatar, the gameplay seems heavily focused on adapting to the environment. One can transform or manipulate liquid to overcome obstacles, move quickly, and potentially deal with threats in creative ways. From the demo shared with the talent, the game reportedly feels smooth and responsive. If that level of polish holds up through launch, this could turn into satisfying action-adventure experience. ENENRA Demon Core brings intense third-person hack-and-slash combat into a neo-cyberpunk world where demon cores give characters incredible supernatural abilities. The game is inspired by Ninja Gaiden and Devil May Cry, with fluid combos, free flow, especially in its fluid combat flow, and relentless enemy behavior. Its combo meter powers abilities, taking damage resets it, so fights demand both offense and defense. Hand-to-hand combat lets you dodge, counter, and punch projectiles. Wall bounces, ricochet blades, and environmental attacks keep combat dynamic. The game is set in densely packed hive cities with their own economies, hierarchies, and histories, like the Great Harvest, a past conflict over demon cores that shape the present. Duskfade is shaping up to be one of the most exciting 3D action platformers coming in 2026. You play as Zirian, a young workshop apprentice, tasked with restoring time itself in a world trapped in eternal night. The game mixes fast-paced combat with fluid platforming mechanics. You'll be dashing, grappling, and gliding through ethereal forests, sunlit dunes, underwater realms, each filled with secrets and challenges. Your goal is to save his sister from a mysterious clock tower. The game unfolds a coming-of-age story filled with heart, courage, and discovery. With its combination of dynamic platforming, engaging combat, and a beautifully crafted world, Duskfade looks ready to stand out in the 3D action platformer space. The game will be released on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X or S, and PC.
Only mankind remains.
Edge of Memories gives off strong classic JRPG vibes. It's one of the most interesting projects coming out of the rising wave of European RPGs following the hype of Clair Obscur Expedition 33. The game is set in the world of Heir, continuing the story from Edge of Eternity. The main threat is the Corrosion, a mysterious plague that transforms humans into horrifying creatures. You play as Aline, accompanied by Asaurus and Kanta. You mainly control Aline, but you can issue quick commands to your party members to trigger combos and elemental effects. The system feels dynamic, especially with fire, ice, and lightning elements that can be stacked before Eline enters a rage mode and unleashes devastating attacks.
What price would be acceptable to pay in order to rid the world of the corrosion?
Homura Hime is a third-person action hack-and-slash game with bullet hell elements. It's about a young exorcist named Homura guided by her companion Anne, who is sent on a spiritual mission to fight demons and cleanse corrupted areas. Your role is to travel across shrines, ruined villages, and supernatural locations while eliminating demonic threats. The combat feels heavily inspired by Devil May Cry, with fast third-person action and stylish sword combos. You mix light and heavy attacks while Anne supports you with ranged shots, creating a smooth flow of attacking, dodging, and finishing enemies with clean melee strikes. The boss fights change everything by adding bullet hell mechanics. The screen fills with projectiles, forcing you to dodge constantly while looking for the right moment to attack.
Homura Hime.
Abyss X Zero. Made by Studio Pixel Punk, the team behind Unsighted, this new project takes everything they learned and pushes it into full 3D, and the result already looks seriously promising. The first thing that stands out is the low-poly visual style. Gameplay revolves around two protagonists, Codename A and Codename Z. Switching between them isn't just for story, it changes how you fight, explore, and solve things. This makes exploration feel more dynamic and keeps the pacing fresh instead of repetitive. What really makes Abyss X Zero exciting is how it blends platforming, combat, and exploration into one smooth experience. It's also already gaining huge attention on Steam, and it's easy to see why. Abyss X Zero has the style, the gameplay, and the confidence of a future standout indie. Acts of Blood is brutal, beat-em-up set in a dystopian version of Bandung, Indonesia. You play as Hendra, a law student whose life completely falls apart after his family is murdered. His motivation? Pure revenge. Simple, direct, and personal. Combat is the main attraction. The fighting system is built around precision. Dodge, counter, then hit back with punches that actually feel heavy. Every strike looks like it hurts. It's not button mashing, timing matters. The gameplay is like Vibe's Sifu energy, but Acts of Blood adds parkour into the mix. You can jump, vault, and climb buildings to reposition or escape pressure, so you're not just standing there trading hits, you're constantly moving and thinking about space. The Godslayer is the next level RPG energy that feels different from the usual stuff. You play as Cheng, an Elemancer who can control 6 elements: earth, fire, water, and air, plus wood and metal, inspired by classic Chinese philosophy. Every element reacts to each other in real time. Fire burns wood, water puts out fire, steam rises from boiling water, and earth can block or reshape the battlefield. Every fight feels like a chaotic science experiment, but way more intense. The main setting is the massive capital of the Zhou Kingdom, a dense and super detailed city. You can escape by diving through someone's window, knock over a family's dinner table mid-chase, and it all feels organic. Visually, it already looks AAA, even though it's still a ways from release.
Cool off, you lot!
Mortal Shell 2, it's a full-on evolution, with freer, faster, and way more aggressive combat. The combat system is what really hits. Stamina isn't a limitation anymore, so you can go full-on chaotic without worrying about running out mid-combo. The shell concept is back and deeper than ever. In this shattered world, the bodies of forgotten warriors are scattered everywhere. Once you find and awaken them, you can take control and unlock each shell's unique abilities. Every shell plays differently, letting you experiment and build your own playstyle. Mortal Shell 2 also packs over 60 dungeons across its world, each one a real test of your builds and skills. If you're into dark action RPGs or Souls-like games, this one definitely deserves a spot on your radar. Bradley the Badger is an upcoming indie 3D platformer and action-adventure game from Day 4 Night Studios, announced at the Game Awards 2025 pre-show. You play as Bradley, a retired mascot badger who suddenly finds himself trapped in unfinished game worlds inspired by hits like Bloodborne, Cyberpunk 2077, and The Last of Us. The unique feature is using the Kit toolkit. You can manipulate nearly everything in the environment, scale objects, transfer into them, tweak physics, or edit assets to solve puzzles. Combat mixes simple, satisfying frying pan brawls with platforming challenges and Mario-style jumps with Portal-like environmental tricks. Powers can be mixed freely, letting you approach problems in multiple ways, rewarding experimentation and curiosity.
Big and small. I had it all. And then the code.
MOTORSLICE is a 3D parkour-focused action platformer with precision movement and challenging combat. You play as P, a highly agile character, navigating a mysterious abandoned facility while dodging deadly machines and solving traversal challenges. The world vibe is like empty halls, towering machinery, and hauntingly spaces give the game a punky post-human feel reminiscent of Girls' Last Tour or Nier Automata. Every corner feels like it's been abandoned for decades, leaving you with a sense of isolation and awe as you traverse the environment. It blends parkour simulation, platforming, and boss fights, emphasizing skill-based movement, timing, and mechanical mastery, rather than traditional momentum-based platforming.
Took over the government.
Spine is a fast-paced, third-person action game that puts you in the shoes of Redline, a street artist with a robotic combat implant named Spine navigating a cyberpunk world. The core of the game is gun-fu-style combat, mixing hand-to-hand moves, counters, and acrobatic takedowns with pistols, shotguns, and other firearms. The story hints at a bigger narrative involving oppressive AI and VR tech. But the main draw is the cinematic, high-speed action, where your combos, dodges, and gunplay flow together to create a satisfying one-against-all combat experience. So if you're into slick gun-fu action and want a game that lets you pull off cinematic fight scenes with ease, Spine is shaping up to be a must-play. Mistfall Hunter drops you straight into a dark fantasy world where survival isn't just about fighting monsters. It's about grabbing loot, leveling up, and making it out alive. Your goal is to fight enemies, gather loot and a resource called Gildenblood, level up your character, and safely extract from the area. Combat is tight, responsive, and has enough flair to keep you experimenting with chains of attacks without feeling clunky. Outside of matches, progression matters. Leveling up unlocks new abilities, and growing stronger for future runs feels satisfying. Mistfall Hunter blends RPG elements, PvP tension, and extraction mechanics in a way that keeps each session engaging, especially if you enjoy mastering your character's skills and reading the battlefield. Dead as Disco hits like a high-energy mashup of rhythm and combat that grabs you from the first level. You play as Charlie Disco, bouncing through stages that feel straight out of a music video, fighting ex-bandmates with each level set to its own track. Combat is slick and reactive, with attacks, dodges, and parries synced to the beat of the music. At first, it might fly under your radar, but once the song kicks in, you start feeling the rhythm dictating the flow of battle. It's a smooth mix of timing and style, like watching a perfectly choreographed fight scene where every hit lands in tune. Environmental hazards, like trains barreling through your fight, keep the action unpredictable and intense. Even in early access, Dead as Disco is compelling enough to keep you coming back for more. Showa American Story is an over-the-top action adventure that throws you into a post-apocalyptic version of America mashed together with Japanese Showa-era vibes. You play as Choko Chigusa, a 19-year-old stunt woman who's back from the dead with zero memory of the catastrophe that turned Showa America into chaos. Her journey is all about discovering what happened while facing humans, zombies, and other monsters in a world that's as chaotic as it is colorful. Gameplay is hack-and-slash madness. You can switch between melee weapons, shotguns, and even bizarre tools like giant drills, making combat fast and brutal. And outside the fights, Choco's RV acts like a chill hub where you can work out, cook, or even try random hobbies like walking on stilts, which adds a fun slice-of-life break from all the action.
Built to maintain by force, and who can
Gothic 1 Remake is finally dropping this summer, and honestly, it's giving all the vibes of the classic 2001 RPG, but with a new visual glow-up. THQ Nordic is bringing back the brutal, immersive world of Murtana, and from what we've seen so far, it looks straight up gorgeous. If you played the original, you know the grind, the exploration, and the satisfying challenge are all part of the experience. The remake keeps that grit, but with updated graphics that make every corner of the world feel alive. NPCs, landscapes, and monsters all pop more than ever, making it feel like stepping into a classic RPG, but in a way that clicks with modern players. The release date is set for June 5th, and it's coming to almost every platform: PC via Steam, Xbox Series S and X, and PlayStation 5. And that's it for today. Those were List's top 20 new and upcoming third-person indie action games in this 2026. Got a hidden gem I didn't mention? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video or discovered a new title to add to your collection, feel free to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you'll never miss future content. Once again, if you want to buy games with cheap price, the link in the description, okay? So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.